Do you know each moment you commit mistakes when you read a book, you complete one page. After the completion of that page, when you are at the last word of the page, you just simply turn to the next page. But when you start second page, do you remember what was written on the first page? Do you remember even the headings of the first page? The words which you have gone through on the first page, do you remember those words before starting the second page? When you read a WhatsApp message, when you start reading it and you complete reading a message, you just press home button and lock your phone. Again, after 5 minutes or 1 hour or after some moments, you again see that particular message. Why is it so? Haven't you read that message first time consciously? And if you had read that message consciously, then there would be no need to read that message again after some moments. Now you will give very easy reason for it, that again for careful reading I have to give it a second read. This is what an IAS aspirant does. She will simply read a book completely, then as per the instructions of her teacher, she will again read that book second time, and she will give the same reasoning that for careful reading I am going through it. Had she read the book first time with the very consciousness, she would not have to give it a second read. This mistake you do in your every walk of life. Even when you are walking a street, once you complete the street, then you come to know that you are walking even in that street. At the very end moment, you come to know that you were walking in that street. At the time when you were walking through that street, your mind was somewhere else. You were unconscious of your walking in that street. And at the very end, you become conscious that I was walking in that street even. That's how mistake every moment you do. And at the end, you realized that you haven't paid attention. This mistake you do when you are eating, say for example, you eat green chili, which was just mixed in your food item, and you just forget to separate it out, and you just eating like a robot. Your hands are moving just like a robot from your plate to your mouth. And once you chew the green chili, once you get the hot spiciness in your mouth, then you realize that I haven't separated the green chili before having this particular bite, and now I am suffering the spiciness of the green chili. Had you have consciousness at that time for separating the chili, you would not have suffered the spiciness. Again, you have done mistake. Simple mistakes. Every mistake in your life, be it a small mistake or bigger mistake or any type of mistake, every mistake has a root cause that you were not conscious at particular time. Have you experienced this thing in your life? When you were talking to somebody, in the mind you were thinking that in the next sentence I am going to speak these words, but somehow you speak words which were totally different, which you have planned before speaking the words. Why is it so? Again, you have committed mistake, because at the time when you have planned in your mind that you are going to speak these words in next sentence, you weren't able to commit mistake at that time because you were conscious. It is like you are walking in a dark, you have no light, so you are making your step anywhere in any direction because you can't able to see the flow, the way. This is how you are living. This is how you are committing mistake every step. And simple mistake you are committing, that you were not conscious every moment. That's the root cause of every mistake in your life. I'm just saying you that you are walking in a dark, just behind your back, in your backpack there is a torch. Bring it out and switch on the torch. Make torch on and let the light flow before you so that you can see the floor before stepping. Similarly, I'm saying to you, just let the light of consciousness to flow in your darkness and make your darkness disappear so that you can see before stepping. If there is a pit, you won't step in it. If there is a plain way, simple way, you would definitely step on it. But for that, you have to switch on the light of consciousness in you. So I just say you, whatever you do, be it walking, reading, talking, eating, anything, at the time of very doing, just be conscious. When you hear a lecture in online classroom, after the completion of the lecture, do you even remember a sentence what the lecturer has said? Is it so? If not, then you were not conscious at the time of your lecture. This happens. This means you are physically present in the classroom, but mentally you are absent. Consciously you are absent. You are unconscious in the class. Simple meaning. Again, you have committed mistake. And each moment, if you remain unconscious, you will commit mistake each moment, and further this will result in sorrow in each moment. You are the root cause of your own sorrow. Had you have consciousness before and in every moment, you would not have done mistake. Further, you would not have faced sorrow. When you do a project, you make a slight mistake in it, then you feel pity for thyself. Then you feel that just because of this simple mistake, my whole project is being rejected, my whole time is being wasted. Similarly, I say that each moment you are committing mistake and you are wasting your whole life. In the project, you have wasted your time of making of project, but here you are wasting your whole life. So I say you, forget about the past mistakes you have committed as of now. From this very moment, just be conscious. That's all. What you are thinking, just be aware of it. What you are saying, just be aware of it. What you are eating, just be aware of it. Just be conscious. Just observe. Don't live faintly. Don't live unconsciously. Subscribe if you find this video helpful.